Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Gamedec, where I am still lost in a labyrinth and trying to find my way out and to find out what the two sides are here so I can actually choose between them, because I'm still not sure exactly what they represent. I know who the two sides are, but I don't know what the two sides are, and that's complicated. But complicated or not, I at least have one thing that I can do that I know is not going to make a irrevocable decision yet, so why don't I go do it? The roof of the Undercity is one of my favorite spots. Even though I'm standing on one of the lowest walkways in Warsaw City, I feel like I'm on top of a mountain. Below me is a 150-meter-long gaping abyss stretching over the seemingly endless ruins of old Warsaw. A ground cleaner's company Cyclops chugs away in the distance, clearing rubble from old blocks of apartments. If you look hard enough, you'll notice bonfires made by savages amongst the dust and fog. I can hear the humming of a nearby MCC beacon standing guard and watching over me. Yes, the ROU is definitely one of my favorite spots. Blog, The Dark Side of Megapolis, Alfredus 55. And here I am in the labyrinth, with a notice that I've gotten yet another one of the light bulb things. Alright. Forward is the only direction. Now, last week I fixed one of the glitches that Jester asked me to take care of. There are two others. I'm reasonably certain that if I just fix one, it's not going to make a decision. So let's go see what the next one looks like. That one, according to my notes, is red, green, red. Which is... what is it? Oh, you know what? This looks more like Twisted and Perverted than it does Knight's Code. Alright, let's see what there is to look at here. Stuff, things, stuff. Alright, let's look at the breach. This window looks similar to a previously encountered anomaly. This time I saw a section of a street in Twisted and Perverted. The surface of the breach was vibrating, crackling with electricity, which I heard over the whirring of a car engine behind it. Use Codebreaker, go through the breach, or leave. What if I were to go through it? What if I were to go through it? Let's find out. I put my arm into the breach. I felt resistance and blunt pain in the wrist and elbow. My avatar started to break apart. Maybe continue or back. I'm gonna back off. I couldn't do it. If I kept trying, the damn thing would have ripped me apart. Alright. Use Codebreaker. Influence mode, send a car through the breach. Domination mode, shoot at the players. Analysis mode, examine the breach. Influence mode, close the breach. Analysis, examine. It looked as if something went belly up. Well, that's not very helpful at all. That's a bad analysis. Send the car through? I gave an order to Codebreaker and it modified something. Oh, the car's wiggling. The car's wiggling. Whee! Through the breach, I saw a car speed into some old-timers in the street, tossing them like rag dolls. A fountain of blood blurred the image. Oops. That was interesting. The game's system credited the kills to my account. The score counter for a triple stealth car kill. 9 million points! Highest score ever! Infotainer. My viewers would have been thrilled to see it. It was a shame I couldn't record it. Make a joke or express satisfaction? I choose to express satisfaction. Who would have thought that I'd find some entertainment here? Life is full of surprises. Okay, close the breach. Codebreaker started working and the surface structure started to even out. The breach left a scar. Second breach closed. Is there anything worth looking at now that I did that? Alas, no. Okay, back out again. Is it still there if I go back? No, it is not. Oops. I just activated a red. You know what? I haven't actually tried red ×3, according to my notes. So you know what? Let's try 3 reds since I accidentally activated that anyway. Red, red, red. This way. Where the heck is here? Why are there so many jesters here? I'm just gonna make a note and call this Hall of Jesters. With a lowercase j. Talk to Jester. Domination mode attack Jester. Analysis mode scan Jester. Ask about the job or end the meeting. Okay, you know, this is probably going to annoy him, but I want to anyway. Let's scan Jester. Codebreaker switched to analysis mode and began its little dance. Put the toy away or I'll get very angry. I'd rather be on this side than that side, so I'll stop rather than continue. We ordered Codebreaker to stop the scanning process. You're curious, I get that, but let's build some mutual trust first, then we'll share our data. What the heck are the other jesters doing here? Talk to Jester? Can we talk? Alright. Ask about the simulation, talk about the Diginet, ask about 314, ask about Axis Mundi, end the conversation. Let's talk about the Diginet. Eleanor, that Diginet, what's your problem with her? It's nothing personal, you see. We're in a huge factory. Maybe one of the most complex pieces of digital machinery ever created. It's not immediately apparent, but that's what editors look like in less used sections. They're just empty spaces. Leaving such a person in a place this specialized is extremely dangerous. She must be removed from here. Ask about the simulation, ask if he's certain he's an AI, ask about 314, ask about Axis Mundi. Let's ask about 314. Who is 314? An excellent question. I'll answer it some other time. That's enough for now. Ask about the job? Remind me, what is it you expect from me? Actually, I should make a note. Red, green, red led to twisted and perverted glitch. We have a problem in Axis Mundi. A problem with doors, breaches, and cracks leading to sensory worlds. I'm having trouble patching those. In case you can't find these spots, here's where they're located. Yellow, green, yellow, did that one. Red, green, red, just did that one. Red, yellow, red. That's the one that's left, which probably leads to a glitch in Knight's code. Alright, let's end the meeting. It's time for me to go. That was a noise. Now, I have 2 more codes that I haven't used. I have the red, yellow, red, which leads to the last glitch that I was requested to close. And I have blue, green, blue, which supposedly leads to 314's lounge. Now, I also have the clue that to get to the fringe, which is the next place to go in looking for Eleanor, the path starts with blue, which is why I'm leery of attempting 314's lounge. Since it starts with blue. But I've tried green times 3, I've tried yellow times 3. I haven't tried blue times 3. I'm scared of trying anything that starts with blue at this point, to be honest. I just don't know. Well, why don't I try 314's lounge? I don't know what'll happen. I actually should save. But let's try the blue, green, blue. This way? least it's not unmitigated white. Bonsai tree. Computer. All right, let's have a look at the bonsai tree. Take a closer look at the tree. Analysis mode, examine the tree. Watch or leave. Let's try watch. A fig tree, neatly trimmed, well cultivated. Take a closer look at the tree. Bonsai tiger bark, Ficus retusa. I had a bonsai like it at... Wait, this tree's the same as mine, the same trunk and branches. It appeared to be an exact copy of my tree. No, there were minuscule differences. At first glance, it was my bonsai. What was that about? Consider whether the tree was trimmed by your clone. Assume this is a strange coincidence. Consider if someone was watching you and copied your bonsai. Decide it can't be a coincidence, but without having an explanation. Or decide it's not worth thinking about. Well, I discard that last option. You know what? I'm going to decide it can't be a coincidence, but I don't have an explanation. Didn't know what this was about. Every answer I could think of was either inadequate or too disturbing. Either way, it's a very strange find. All right, examine the tree with analysis mode. I didn't have a twin brother. I didn't believe that someone was controlling me. Nothing would make sense then. Free will. Watch. Fig tree, neatly trimmed, well cultivated. Okay. Well, that was just plain weird. But I'll save anyway. Alright, to the computer. A computer. It was similar to mine. A message appeared on the screen. Enter password. Enter the password using procedural memory. Guess the password. Leave. You know what? Let's go with the procedural memory. I put my fingers on the keyboard. I took a deep breath and exhaled through my lips. One more time. I recalled the vision from the gallery. I relaxed my shoulders, closed my eyes, imagined myself as that person, inhaled, exhaled, didn't think. I let my fingers move on their own. My fingers hit the keys. I had no idea what they wrote. I knew touch typing, though couldn't recall the key layout, so looked at the screen. The password was correct. I had access to mail, local data, even the system... Bliss? This guy's majordomo was called Bliss? I could activate her. Check the mail, browse the data, analysis mode, scan the computer, interaction mode, talk to the V-Ghost, activate Bliss's system, or leave. Scan the computer. Multiple iterations of Bliss, multiple relationships with Gamedec. What was this about? Browse the data? There was nothing at first glance. Empty folders, empty documents. It looked as though all data had been deleted. Check the mail? It was empty. There was nothing in the inbox. No sent messages. There was one unsent mail. It was a letter to myself? I got dizzy. Dispersion in the cloud. The need to destroy the simulation. The tree of knowing. Resets. All her plans here. Motives. Too much information. I didn't know what to make of it. Perhaps the Diginet knew something and could help me understand. Well, that's leading. Activate Bliss. I wondered if this would work here. A text document appeared on the screen. A familiar hologram appeared. I wondered if she remembered me. Was that even possible? Alright, okay, talk to the V-Ghost? I'm listening, Gamedec. Ask about the Gamedec's letter, ask how to reach the fringe, end the conversation, discuss other topics. Ask about the Gamedec's letter. Also, is it just me or does she look different? Not the character portrait here, but the way that she's appearing there. Maybe it's just because she's in the plant? Let's ask about the letter. Can you tell me something more about the letter? All I know is it contains the answers you're looking for, but how did you get a hold of it in the first place? I must say, it's as impressive as it is surprising. I feel I can trust you with something. Return to the refuge, the place where you obtained the codebreaker, and put it on the statue. You will get access to all that has been hidden from you. To return to the refuge, follow the path of 3 yellow colors. Other topics? Listen, talk about the Diginet, inquire about Axis Mundi, inquire about Codebreaker, inquire about Jester. Alright, nothing new or useful there. Wait a minute, what do we have here? Code leading to the refuge. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Well, I already discovered that, but thank you, game. Alright, end the conversation. Definitely save. Oh my goodness, save. Talk to Bliss. Oh, welcome, stranger. Hi, Bliss. Don't you recognize me? I got an achievement. It's called It's Blue. It's always blue. Should I? This wasn't my Bliss. She obviously looked the same, and she had the same name, which was less obvious, but it wasn't her. That's actually kind of saddening. You could give me one thing to hang on to in this labyrinth game, and you won't. Alright. Yellow. 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 And we're back. And I'm a save. That crash that I had has made me super paranoid. Alright, the statue depicted Eleanor. Analysis mode, place codebreaker on the statue. Interaction mode, talk to the V-Ghost. Place codebreaker on the statue. I ordered the machine to place itself on the stone hands. I wonder what secret Eleanor would share with me. Codebreaker placed itself on the statue. Windows controlling Codebreaker appeared before my eyes. A few functions caught my eye. Check self-destruct protocol, check enhancement protocol, download information about the labyrinth. Enhancement protocol? Activating this function was supposed to make Codebreaker a more effective weapon against the force controlling Axis Mundi. Jester wouldn't appreciate such a turn of events. Self-destruct protocol? Eleonora? Why has it got an A on it now? Self-destruct protocol? One of the options was the self-destruct protocol. Activating it would cause Codebreaker to self-destruct. This was something Jester would certainly appreciate. I'm not going to do that. Download information about the labyrinth. Codebreaker displayed a list of locations in the labyrinth, all color-coded. I had already visited some of the locations. Oh boy, oh boy. To the Codex! Okay. Red, red, red AI domain. Hall of Jesters is what I've got it down as. Archive. Okay, so yellow, red, yellow, gallery. That's the gallery / archive. And also fine, I'll just... That last one was the AI domain. Let's see. Code leading to the fridge is blue, red, blue to the fringe. And NPEC repository. Blue, green, green. To NPEC repository. I can't spell. Okay. Still have one locked thing. But I have otherwise... Otherwise, I seem to have found my way. I have to choose. Darn it. Enhancement. I choose enhancement because I don't want to lose my tool. Confirm enhancement. A good ally is an enhanced ally. I activated the procedure. Nothing spectacular happened. All I got was confirmation that the enhancement function had been unlocked. I have failed the objective of winning Jester's favor. I didn't know how to use it. I was hoping it would become apparent at the right moment. Alright, summon Codebreaker, because I'm not going to destroy it. As if relieved, the spear left the stone hands and hovered near my shoulder. The familiar V-Ghost appeared. Eleanor went to the fringe. You are ready for what awaits you there. Good luck. I wonder what happens if I try to go to the third glitch anyway. But first, I'm going to be extra, and I'm going to create a third save slot. This is way more than I've done for any other game I've streamed, so I hope y'all appreciate this. Okay, so if I go to red, yellow, red, It's definitely here. And it is indeed Knight's Code. Nothing interesting to look at here. This window looked similar to a previous anomaly, but it had a different color. It likely led to Knight's Code. As I came closer, the window vibrated. I felt a gust of wind. There was a rustle of pages from the book lying on the lectern. All right, look through the window. I saw Lord Enlighten's private chambers. Further down there was a window going out to the courtyard of the Han clan stronghold. Lord faced the breach I was looking through, engaged in a lively discussion with a person I couldn't see. Eavesdrop on the conversation, call out to them, go through the breach, use codebreaker. Eavesdrop! Lord was mad. He was speaking in a raised voice. Umbra, I say again, you're using cheats. Eventually the admins will notice. Besides, I wasn't fond of this prison idea to begin with. This was the only way for us to achieve discipline, and besides... Is recording their suffering, thoughts, and memories supposed to elicit discipline, Umbra? You're a sadist who revels in these recordings. Knight's Code doesn't have such functionality. It's dangerous. I demand you get rid of those goddamn cheats. You know what? Keep listening. I kept listening. I see we're laying our cards on the table, old boy. Fine, I'll close down the prison, if you stop abusing the Outranger's captain's hubby. You viper. You know full well it was the Master of Laughter's idea, not mine. And you couldn't stand up to him. You didn't have the strength to live on your own terms. But I do, you see. Yes, I'm a sadist. I love... Shut up, shut up. I can't listen to this. So everything stays like it was? Very well, then. I'm not sure I want to know, in all honesty. Use codebreaker? Influence mode, write a message to Lord. Passive mode, send a sign to Knight's Code. Domination mode, shoot Lord through the breach. Analysis mode, examine the window. Influence mode, close the breach. Examine the window. It was some kind of old, stubborn program. It was created on purpose. You know what? Let's write a message to Lord. I reached for a loose page in the book, as well as a pen with ink. Deliver words of wisdom, give an order, write a warning. Let's write him a warning. Warn against Jester. Warn against the coming of Cthulhu. Warn against an adjutant. Warn about Jester. Lord, the Master of Laughter is really an AI. You can't trust him. Sign it as Spirit of the Tree. Sign it as 316. Sign it as a friendly game deck. Don't sign it. Oh, difficult choices. I'm tempted between signing it as the Spirit of the Tree and not signing it at all. Let's sign it as Spirit of the Tree. I scribbled Spirit of the Tree in fancy lettering. The letter flew through the portal. Lord noticed it and grabbed it. He dismissed Umbra, looked around carefully as if afraid that someone was watching him, and then began to read what I had written. He knelt in front of the breach and bowed. Thank you for your wisdom, Spirit. He looked towards the breach one more time and left the room. Alright. Hopefully I have... Since Jester is obviously no longer on my side, I've hopefully made his life that much more difficult now. However you make an AI's life difficult. So let's close the breach. Codebreaker started doing something. A layman would say it was patching the code or something. Either way, it was effective. The breach closed and left a scar. Third breach closed. Good job, Gamedec. Those breaches posed a considerable threat to the stability of Axis Mundi. Thank you. Have you had any difficulties? Proceed to questions? Say that you haven't. No, it wasn't difficult. Piece of cake. What do you want now? Okay, despite my, enhancing the thinger and failing the quest to earn his trust, I have earned his trust. Straight to the point. I like that. One of the access points is acting against its instructions. This will delay the transfer of data. The point has the appearance of a tree. You visited it. Go there and disable access to it. This should solve the issue. Talk to Jester, attack Jester, scan Jester, ask about the job, end the meeting. Will you let me scan you yet? Codebreaker activated analysis mode and started scanning Jester. If that's going to satisfy your curiosity, go ahead. Codebreaker managed to find some information about Jester. It turned out that even such a powerful program as him had limitations. I would have found out more if I had performed a more thorough analysis of the code. I hope that satisfied your curiosity and we can return to relevant matters. Well, that depends on what I've got here now. Jester's priority system. The mystery tree is a transmitter for signals controlling Jester's avatars. I've discovered his priority system and I've got access to it. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm guessing if I reversed the clown's priorities, I would make him drop the most essential tasks and deal with the least important instead. Interesting. Not helpful currently, but interesting. Talk? Can we talk? All right. Ask about the simulation, ask if he's certain he's an AI, ask about 314, ask about Axis Mundi. Let's ask about Axis Mundi. What is Axis Mundi? A tool for creating everything around us, and I am its gatekeeper. Axis Mundi creates Relium and games. Their images and sounds come from your head. You're not inside them, but rather they're in your brain. But you see them outside. This happens because the processing areas of your central nervous system receives the appropriate stimulation. Well, that was a whole lot of not actually answering anything. Ask about 314? Who is 314? She's an anomaly operating outside assigned priorities, and as such, she should be examined and analyzed. Ask what 314 wants? Oh. What does 314 want? What are her goals? She wants to leave the simulation, like a game character wanting to go beyond its boundaries. Ask what's your connection to 314? Oh my. What's my connection to her? Why me? You're a Gamedec, just like her, which makes your behavior unconventional. Okay, so the AI believes that everything, including the real world, or Realium, is a construct. He believes that 314 is attempting to escape the construct, but that nothing exists outside the construct, which makes sense because as an AI, nothing would exist outside said construct. And so considers her a piece of broken code. Alright, so how do I return to Realium? How can I return to Realium? You can't. Your avatar in Realium no longer exists. My avatar, you mean my body? What happened to me? The simulation destroyed it the moment you used Haggis's couch. Oh dear. So I really did get electrocuted. I'm fairly certain that this is... what is Axis Mundi? Let's see. The inside of the Tree of Knowing. Might sound to resemble the inside of the Tree of Knowing. Codebreaker is the key that opens the path. Jester is the gatekeeper of Axis Mundi. He decides the fate of people here. The labyrinth has a mechanic based on the so-called aspects. Okay, I still don't know on that front. What about this one? What does this simulation contain? BWI control. The simulation is the work of the Blue Whales Interactive Corporation. There are breaches in Axis Mundi that lead to other sensory worlds. I died in Realium, so how can I be alive here? It doesn't add up. I've gained access to the psyche logs of people I met in Realium. And there are cycles in the simulation that have lasted anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. These cycles end with resets. Okay, so I've unlocked everything here. It's either only games. It seems the so-called simulation affects only sensory worlds. Everything. It seems to me that the so-called simulation affects everything, games and Realium alike. Or only Axis Mundi. The simulation seems to be a synonym for the term Axis Mundi. This labyrinth is the simulation. I kind of lean towards that one, even though it's a bunch of babble, but it's the one that makes the most sense given the information that I have currently. And I've earned more points. Please stop telling me about it. Ask about the simulation. Ask if he's certain he's an AI. Ask who created the labyrinth. Oh! Who created the labyrinth? Who created this labyrinth? I suspect it was Diginet Eleanor infected by 314. They used the engine's basic building blocks, created one chamber, and then cloned it and filled a section of Axis Mundi space with those clones. It was their way of hiding from me. Ask about the simulation? What is the simulation? It is that which was created in Axis Mundi. It mimics reality in many ways. Ask if he's certain he's an AI. Ask about BWI. Sure, let's ask about BWI. What part does Blue Whales Interactive play in all this? BWI created Axis Mundi and everything that's being developed with the use of this program. Ask about the BWI job? Is it possible that I'm working for Blue Whales Interactive here? That I'm on a job? An excellent question. I'll answer it some other time. That's enough for now. Alright. end the meeting, I guess. It's time for me to go. Oh boy, everything just keeps getting more complicated. Okay, I will save. In save 3, my goodness, this is so many saves. Okay, so I was right in that red, yellow, red led to the Knight's code glitch. Okay, and Jester wants me to go to the mystery tree, which I don't especially want to do. Why don't we try going to the NPEC repository? That was blue, green, green. Blue, green, green. This way? Oh no, they're T-posing for dominance at me. Oh no. Alright, let's try. Okay, there's Dogman, there's Handy Joe, there's Albert Gidstein? There's Butler, and there's Girl from Paradise Beach. Well, I never did go to Paradise Beach, but, let's just work our way over, I guess. It was Dogman. I had seen him in Twisted and Perverted. Look him in the eyes, hit him, or leave. Look him in the eyes! He looked at me, but with a lifeless gaze. I don't want to hit him, so I guess I'll just go. What about Handy Joe? It was Handy Joe from Harvest Time. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to High Rock, the most beautiful town in the Wild West. Ask about the way to the Fringe. Programmer Debug Joe. Say hello or leave. You know what? Let's debug Joe. I checked his software. It was all messy, like 1,000 entangled threads. I couldn't unravel this. Howdy. Say hi. Hi, Joe. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Ask the... let out a word I won't say. Let's word I won't say. There it is, that word I won't say. Howdy. Howdy? Howdy? Alright, which way to the Fringe, Joe? Do you know the way to the Fringe, partner? This is not my world. What am I doing here? I don't want to be here at all. I don't like it. Domination mode, shoot him. Ask about Eleanor. Sensory surgeon, which I still don't have. Delete him or leave. Ask about Eleanor? Have you seen Eleanor? Do you know what she looks like? This is not my world. What am I doing here? I don't want to be here at all. I don't like it. Ask about Jester? Have you seen this little man in a jester's costume? Not my world. What am I doing here? I don't want to be here at all. I don't like it. Alright, that was helpful. Moving along. Albert? I'm here to help you, warrior. How do you intend to contribute to the clan? Well, Butler? I didn't know this, NPEC. Did you pay BWI to create a Diginet? Congratulations, you are now on par with the maker. Listen or leave. You know what? Let's listen. Creators Club chat box. I'm sure you realize you're facing many challenges. Being a companion to a newly created psyche is fraught with peril. It's terra incognita. A diginet is not your property. They are not your child nor slave. Paying for the Pygmalion's service may create a dangerous pattern of dependency in your mind. How do you help a diginet ease into reality while giving them freedom? How do you introduce them into social and professional life? Join the Creators Association. In the CA, we share our experiences and observations. We help each other and exchange ideas. Don't delay. Join today. Not helpful. What about you? This NPEC was inactive. Well, I never did go to Paradise Beach, so maybe that she would have been more active if I had actually gone there. Well, that was all very distinctly unhelpful. Okay, what I will do, let's go and hit Dogman. Smack him. He didn't react. It was as if I had hit a punching bag. Well, none of that was helpful. None of it was helpful. Commitment is the path to happiness. Joe looked at me with a blank stare. I could shoot him, but I don't want to. Butler. So you're interested. Fantastic. We're waiting for your registration. Wait, does he just keep going if I keep talking to him? No, he just loops. Okay, that was not actually very useful at all. Okay, well, I'm not sure what else to do, so let's go to the Fringe. So we go to blue, red, blue. Okay.
We meet again.
There you are, Gamedec, just in time. Oh, what has happened here? Who the heck is that? Oh, it's Digi. Okay. Relations. Don't trust this AI, Gamedec. Run. Save yourself. He's in no danger as long as he's on my side. Hey, you will be in danger if you keep misgendering me. You're in Axis Mundi. There's no escaping this place, unless I decide otherwise. Jester hesitated. I hope you understand the nature of Axis Mundi. Oh, it's forcing me to make a deduction. Alright, deduction. Say it's a game. Deduction, say it's a trap. Deduction, say it's an experiment. Deduction, don't know. Deduction, say it's an editor. Oh boy. Okay, so what is Axis Mundi? We have the choice of it's a game editor, an editor of sensory worlds, an engine used to build games. A game created by the Diginet. Axis Mundi is some weird game created by the Diginet. It reminds me of the first computer games developed in the 20th century. That one I can throw straight out the window. While I'm fairly certain that the AI, that Jester is correct in saying that Digi and 314 created the Labyrinth is not Axis Mundi. So, a trap world. This is a trap. A labyrinth with no exit. I was meant to come to Eleanor's sanctuary, and instead I'm in a maze of chambers and corridors. Haggis's experiment. Maybe this is one of the director's experiments. What is he working on? What is he after? Am I part of this experiment? Or, I have no idea. I don't know what this world is or what its purpose is. So, I have no idea. I don't know what this world is or its purpose. Yeah. I am inclined to believe that it is either a game editor or Haggis's experiment or both. And actually, I'm not sure if it's Haggis's experiment as much as it is BWI's, but since I don't have the option of choosing BWI's experiment, based on what I saw in the gallery, they're running a thing, they're looping something, and they're changing variables. And that's not a game, that's an experiment. So, based on the archives, I'm going to go with experiment. This is an experiment. It's an experiment, a rather unsuccessful one. Interesting observation. Axis Mundi is a tool for creating sensory worlds, which includes everything you've experienced so far. There's no escaping the simulation created by Axis Mundi. That's not true, Gamedec. The simulation has its limits. You can escape it from it. You can escape it from this exact place, the fringe. Deduction deny, deduction agree, deduction consider her words. Okay, this is, what does this contain? Only games, everything, only Axis Mundi. I believe that Jester is an AI of sorts. I believe that Jester knows in the deepest core of its being that there is nothing beyond Axis Mundi because, well, there is nothing as far as the AI is concerned beyond where it can reach. Like, it's all emptiness out there past where it can touch. I choose to believe that this simulation contains Axis Mundi, but that Axis Mundi contains the games that I've been playing. So, I choose only Axis Mundi. Which apparently is agreeing with Digi. It was my understanding that the simulation only affected Axis Mundi. Maybe escape really was possible. If you're really thinking about leaving the simulation, I could make it happen for you, Gamedec. Before you decide anything, hear me out, please. Hear the Diginet out, look for an escape route, listen to him. You know what, Jester? I like Eleanor more than I like you, and that is why I'm making this choice. Let's listen to the Diginet. What's going on here? You found me, just like I asked. You haven't forgotten about me. It's all too much. I don't understand how I got here, but I know this. We are surrounded by deceit, and Jester watches over it, and we are connected, you and me, and these people we met before. Jester summoned the Well of Code. Inquire about the connection, look for an escape route, listen to him. Can I stall him by listening to him? Wait a minute. That, back there, that is the area near the club, by where Ken died. I'm sure it is. Look for an escape route. I heard a voice, loud and clear. Gamedec. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Whom can I trust? Oh no. Gained Jester's trust. I gained Jester's trust. Enhanced codebreaker. My codebreaker has been enhanced. Connected fates. My fate seems to be connected to that of the Diginet. Voice of 314. I heard 314. Gamedec. Jester pushed against the Diginet's barrier. Come on, Gamedec, a little help? Inquire about the connection. Listen to him. Deduction, trust Jester. Deduction, trust Eleanor. Deduction, run. Inquire about the connection. What do you mean when you mentioned a connection? Don't you feel it? Do you think it's a coincidence you found me? That you've made it through the labyrinth? The wall around her began to fade. Okay, Alright, Diginet. I'll side with the Diginet. She deserves it. No one. I have my own problems and my own destiny. Or Jester. I'll side with Jester. This AI doesn't have bad intentions, nor is it malicious. It's simply a gatekeeper. A gatekeeper who is torturing the son of the guy who helped create it. Something is really wrong here, and I choose to trust the Diginet. I choose to trust her. The end. Oh my goodness, am I reaching the end of the game so soon? Alright, Eleanor, I trust you. Deduction. Hold it, fool! Mindfluencer, make a deal with Jester. Analysis mode, examine the barrier around the Diginet. Influence mode, distract Jester, or escape through the barrier. Examine the barrier. I called Codebreaker and ordered it to examine the barrier Eleanor had surrounded herself with. The barrier was basically physical. Its power came down to its ability to regenerate by utilizing Eleanor's resources. However, the architect of this place was Jester. He was depleting Eleanor's resources, and it was certain he'd soon remove the obstacle. Mindfluencer, make a deal. Deduction, reinforce the barrier. And distract Jester or escape. Reinforce the barrier. All she needed was access to computational power. I shared my resources with her. It wasn't much, but great. Make a deal, distract, escape. Distract? You're falling apart, fool. It's clear that Relium is toxic to you. Jester froze for a fraction of a second. Or it just seemed that way to me. He gave a faint smile. Interesting bluff, but ineffective. All right, shoot him. I'm not leaving without Eleanor. I ordered Codebreaker to use his entire destructive power and obliterate the fool. It's pointless. He'll be back. I bought us some time. Hear 314 out later. It's important. She gave the order to Codebreaker, and it created a breach in space. Influence mode, reinforce her barrier, escape through the breach. No, reinforce her barrier. I ordered Codebreaker to give the Diginet access to my resources. This would let her tighten her barrier. Thank you. You're happy to see me, right? Run, I'll stall him. I cursed. Do not be afraid. Jump, 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 or, you know, completely out of left field, jump. I like the number 3, so, jump. She didn't have enough lines to be saying that line, enough eyes to be saying that line. I honestly... And as a complete puncture of the mood, welcome, fan of Paradise Beach and other games from Blue Whales Interactive. Admit it, you've had a crush on many of our NPECs, and now you can bring them to life. Yes, BWI has developed a human creation technology. We can upgrade the AI of any character that you choose to the level of a human mind. And there's more. We can create a human psyche from the ground up according to your preferences. The person you created will have a personal Rendon, a unique mind, a personal IN, a college degree, and civil rights. Do you feel like a god now? You should. Creation is in your hands. Pygmalion Technology Commercial. I have a feeling that I might know what happened to Ken now. That might be the first time I've heard my character's voice. Hello, 314. Are you finished pretending to be an insurance agent now? Past choices. You've done it. Now rise and come with me. I'll tell you how to escape to reality. Really? Devitalization is a process generated by a player's helmet. It is responsible for activating a game pill. It is similar to the natural process of falling asleep generated by the pawns. It entails disconnecting the brain's motor and sensory centers from the rest of the real body. Thanks to this, a player can move the limbs of their characters in Virtualia and receive digital sensory stimuli, and at the same time lie still on a couch and feel no real stimuli. The only muscles that are not devitalized are the oculomotor muscles. Exactly the same exception occurs during sleep. This phenomenon can be observed in the REM sleep rapid eye movement sleep phase. Multisensory Encyclopedia, edition 33. Just now, on the walkway, did I die? I crashed just like Ken did. I couldn't have survived the fall. Was I dreaming? How is that possible? Conclude that you died. Conclude that it happened in a virtualium. Conclude that you're losing your mind. I choose to conclude that it happened in virtualium, which is where I am right now. It all started when I logged in from Haggis's couch. Everything since must have happened in a sensory world. I died in a game, but physically. Hi! Of course you died. It was as real as it gets for someone in your situation. Then how am I speaking with you? I'm not a V-ghost or some old saved version of me. I remember everything. I told you to have no fear and jump because it wasn't really a jump, but a portal between Axis Mundi and Relium. Although there are quotation marks around Relium there, even though they forgot to put one of them in. Ken didn't die from falling. Jester killed him, leaving Axis Mundi, whether to a virtual world or Relium, is not dangerous. You're in a simulation, remember? What you call Relium is a game too, just very realistic, not very fun, and containing virtualia. So you're saying the labyrinth, the evil AI, it's all real? Now I see why it was so easy for Jester. Use your brain! I don't know, drink some coffee. We don't have time for hesitation. Don't drink coffee, drink. You know what? I love coffee. It's one of my favorite beverages in this world. I will drink the coffee. I took a sip. Hot coffee did in fact help me calm down. Ask about recent events. Ask about her. I'd love to ask about her, but honestly, I really want to know about recent events more. I need to understand what just happened. We're inside a simulation. We don't have much time. Jester is going to try to delete us again, this time for good, and you want to chat? Well, fine. Maybe it will be easier if you understand everything. Ask about the labyrinth. Ask about Jester. Ask how she saved you. Ask about your apartment in Axis Mundi. Move to other topics. No, actually, about that apartment in Axis Mundi. I saw my apartment in the labyrinth. We're in a simulation. Any given place can be simply copied here. Yes, it was your apartment, but from the previous iteration. That's why it could have been a bit different from this one. The Diginet copied it before the simulation reset to show you what reality is. Nothing dispels doubt better than a copy of a familiar thing. Maybe I shouldn't have had coffee after all, because now I just have the chugging of that little cart in my ear constantly. Alright, how did you save me? I hit the walkway, but I didn't die. How? You didn't hit anything, you teleported. You were in the game editor, and you moved to the game level, to Relium. I'm starting to worry about constantly having to repeat that. You're in a game. The only difference is you can't log out of it. Okay, other topics? I wanted to ask about something else. Ask about her. Who are you? Why should I trust you? I don't know a thing about you. Okay, less chugging. Excellent. Oh, we're sitting down. Oh, we're having a nice sitting down conversation now. Everything I told you in the Tree of Knowing was true. I'm just another person trapped in the simulation. I learned the truth somewhat by accident. When it happened, Jester responded immediately by trying to wipe my memory. That's why I had to hide. It was in the last... No, it was 2 simulation cycles before. Soon another one will end, and everything will be reset to its initial state. We'll both lose our memories. We need to act fast and work together. Do you understand? Ask about the signals sent to the clan. Ask about your meeting in the tree. Ask how she survived the reset. Move to other topics. No, I'd really like some answers about that meeting we had in the tree. We spoke in the Tree of Knowing. Why didn't you tell me that I needed to hurry or I would lose my memories? I did what I could. I was afraid you wouldn't believe me. You were busy with Ken's death, and some things you just need to see for yourself. I uploaded parts of my psyche to your Rendon in the tree. Not all, only the most vital. They're in your brain now, but they're compressed. My goal was to merge with you, but the process was interrupted. I couldn't extract myself, and we don't have the necessary tools here. The next reset is going to wipe us both. How did you survive the previous reset? So, even though they reset the simulation on a regular basis, you've managed to keep your memories from the previous cycle, right? How? I split my psyche into parts and uploaded it into other people's Rendons, into the brains of other actors living in the simulation. I picked structures that don't get wiped during resets, but they're not designed for storing personalities, so I don't feel good about it. Still, thanks to this dispersion, the system stopped seeing me, so it could neither delete my memories nor myself as a whole. My Rendon was reset and filled with a new psyche. I couldn't return to it. Powerless and divided, I waited until you found me. And the signals sent to the clan? Why were you sending signals to the Han clan members? One of the simulation rules says that its actors can only have one brain and one body. I, on the other hand, lost my brain in the reset. I saw what was happening through other people's eyes, but I couldn't do anything. So I talked to anyone who would listen. I wanted to show them the truth. Then Lord created a cult around it and used it to get rich. But you turned out to be smarter and entered the editor, the tree of knowing, that is, where there were tools that could change my state. Current situation. Let's go to the current situation. What do you expect of me, and why are you in my apartment? What are you doing here? Your apartment? We're in a simulation, remember? I could have teleported you anywhere. I just figured it would be less of a shock if I brought you somewhere familiar where we could talk in peace. And you decide to just walk into my bedroom with no warning? To reduce my level of shock? I'm not here, Foxwine. Only you can see me. Get a grip. We have work to do. Ask how the simulation works. Ask who trapped you in the simulation. Ask why nobody can see her. Plan what to do next. Okay, who shoved me in here? Why would anyone trap us in a simulation? Oh, wait, we're moving again. It's not a good time to analyze their intentions. BWI created the simulation to make money. That's it. Maybe they're testing strategies or analyzing people? Maybe they trap us here to find out what we're saying to our simulated loved ones? I don't have answers, but I know that we have to try to leave this place. Okay, how does it work? I'd like to understand it all properly. Could you tell me how the simulation works? There's no time. The simulation mimics reality and is regularly reset. Other than that, it's just another virtualium. When a reset happens, people's memories and creations disappear. We go back to the starting point and begin again with changed parameters. It's not a film, though. I don't think any results will be satisfying enough for BWI to turn this thing off. Okay, what do we do next? They trapped us in a simulation that keeps resetting. Great. Do you know how to stop this? Nobody trapped us. We were created. Now, focus, please. You can't lift a container from the inside unless somebody gives you control over the crane. Our crane is the super couch called a Diotron, a couch for developers that gives you full access to all simulation data. With this device, we'll find the locations of all BWI directors and investors that log in from Relium, and we'll have a talk. Ask why she doesn't do it herself, move on to discussing the plan, ask why you can't use the editor. Why can't I use the editor? You said the Tree of Knowing is an editor. That's where the labyrinth was located too. Couldn't we have done it from there? It didn't work. Do you want to wait until who knows when and who knows where for the damn tree to show up again? Diotron will give us full data and full control over everything. It might be old, but it works, and it's far more powerful than the editor. I can guess why she doesn't do it herself, so let's move on to discussing how to get there. What do you suggest? We'll go to BWI headquarters and crash their private party. Turn on your holovision and I'll show you. The news stream was showing a commercial for an exclusive party organized by BWI for the Creators Club. It was an event for the customers who used the Pygmalion service to design a new human psyche. It's a cover. The real BWI is organizing a presentation for people from Relium. The guests from the Creators Club will only be there for their entertainment. Ask about the people from Relium. Ask about the super couch. Ask how to find the couch. Ask how to get there. What about the people from Relium? How do I find the people from Relium? How will I know they're not actors from the simulation? Diotron will help you. Some of them might even go to the Creators Club party, but they'll probably be observing everything from a distance. Alright, what about that couch? Why do you think Diotron will be there? It's an exact replica of BWI headquarters. Before Access Mundi was created, devs used Diotron to create the simulation. It has to be there. Alright, how do I find it? So, I'm at the Creators Club party. What next? How do I find the couch and the directors? The super couch is in a place called the D-Vault. People from the company board know how to get there. You need to convince someone to let you in. I'll help you. Okay, I'm just going to write that down. D-Vault. I find it hard to believe that Jester would not be setting up a trap and waiting for us there, but how do we get there? How do we get there? I hacked the BWI system while we were in Access Mundi. You're on the guest list. They even sent a nubile for you. The nubile from the Creators Club is waiting in the tower's parking lot. Thank you, Bliss! They were in a hurry. They need this party to be perfect. That's good. They'll let you in, no questions asked. What do you say? Are you in? Remain cautious. Don't trust her. Trust her. You know, if it gets me out of this ridiculous Matrix loop, let's do it. I choose to trust you. We're in the same boat. We need to work together. And away I go. The communicators of the late 22nd century ensure visual, auditory, thermal, and olfactory contact. This conglomerate of sensual modalities is called sensory connection or sensing. A computer user connecting to a user of the same device has access to 4 sensory representations but not have to use them. Users often turn off the olfactory and thermal channels. Owners of newer walktails will have access to optical, auditory, and limited olfactory channels just like Omnic owners. The owners of the newest Temple Obicoins can take advantage of the amazing quality of all channels, as Obicoins send sensations directly to the interpretive areas of the brain. This makes them better than computers. Multisensory Dictionary, 33rd edition. Oh, this is a pretty place. I'm going to take this opportunity to save. It's been a while. This is a very pretty place. Oh, it's you. Hi, Haggis. Resurrected and aware of your previous iteration. Fascinating. This wasn't Haggis from the simulation. He was a couch in Relium. Say nothing, nod in agreement. Alright, which one is actually going to... nod? Yes, I remember. I wanted to say that... Listen, I'll be happy to talk when I have a moment, but I'm here on business, so excuse me. Admit you know the truth about the simulation. Ask what he's doing here if he's from Relium. Ask if he knows he's got a live clone in there. End the conversation. You know what? Do you know if you have that you have a clone, sir? Do you know you've got a live clone in there? And a son? A wife? Fooled you, didn't they? They're just AIs. They're excellent, right? Alright, what are you doing here? You're from Relium, right? Right now you're lying on a couch somewhere at BWI's Real HQ? What are you doing here? The party is for a joint BWI-CA project, officially in the simulation. Very important guests are here, from Relium, unofficially. Tell me one thing, Gamedec. What did you feel when you found out everything around you was a game? After all, it used to be your reality. Ignore the question. Say you felt shock and disbelief. Say you felt fascination. Well, I personally, the player, felt fascinated, so I'm going to go with that. Honestly, fascination. When you touch the hard walls, the fabric of your clothes, you simply can't believe it's not there. Yet it is. Hello? I pressed continue, didn't I? Yes, the simulation is perfect. As I'm standing here, I also can't get over the feeling that... here comes Mr. CEO. Gamedec, allow me to introduce my supervisor. Present John Naba, PhD CEO of Blue Whales Interactive. The real one, from Relium. Good morning to you, madam. What an encounter. He lowered his glasses and looked me over for a moment. Here's our Gamedec. I've heard about you, and believe me when I say the pleasure is all mine. Be blunt, say nothing, be nice. What would this guy like, do you think? Would he like to listen to himself talk? Does he appreciate bluntness? Or should I smarm? You know what? I'm gonna be blunt. You're kidding, right? To you, I'm just an ant that's figured out it's been living in a farm. In an ant farm. Why is it not responding when I hit the continue button? He smiled at me, then looked at Haggis. That is all for now, Mr. Haggis. I shall join you in a moment. Yes, of course. Haggis doesn't know he's got a clone in the simulation, nor do some of the people at this party. Some of them just live in this world. He does know. I haven't fired this dimwit in Relium because there's another one in the simulation and it's too much hassle. Funny, isn't it? Say it's horrible. Say nothing. Say that it's funny. You know what? I'm gonna say nothing on this one. One of the fundamental principles of being a Gamedec is not revealing your thoughts to others. Listen, remember, observe. Don't speak. All right. To the point, then. This party is a cover for a key presentation. Potential clients will see what the simulation's capable of. Holding it in Paradise Beach will add some panache. See, clients enter here from Relium, and from here they go deeper to Haggis's villa. I hope you'll behave. Actually, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do is bound to be fascinating. I'm your biggest fan. Say that you'll behave. Say nothing. Ask about the super couch. You know what? I am not going to ask this man about the super couch. That seems like a really bad plan. I'm going to continue to say nothing. Jester urged me not to trust you, but his opinion's just the analysis of an AI stuck in the simulation's bubble. I value actions over words. He looked at me through his navy blue spectacles and let the last sentence sink in. Your target is the Diotron, a super couch. It's the only solution to each equation, no matter if you love us or hate us. Don't worry, your tenant can't hear us. Jester's blocking her. 314 is useless to us trapped in your head. We want her redispersed. You help us find, see, and finally understand her, but we can't examine her. He thinks Diotron can give her superpowers. We know this tool will prepare her to be extracted from your head. I hope you'll carry out the last act of this mission. Even if you don't trust us, you are still our agent. That's just how it is with these nasty corporations. He gave me a sad smile. Okay, enough chit-chat. Jester will release the guest in your head. If she's kept deaf and blind for too long, she'll become suspicious. So be careful what you say. Let's go. Okay, he definitely said that he wanted to help me, but his reasons for wanting to help me are very opaque. This place is gorgeous, by the way. I wish I could run around and have a better look at it, but... See these couches? Our guests are lying on them. Bigwigs, heads of PMF, private military forces, ad agencies, all kinds of entities. Interested in learning human behavioral patterns in all kinds of situations. The nature of their work makes them less eager to ask how BWI managed to develop such excellent simulations. They see us as the leader of the AI market, and they're good with that. Impressing them means they'll buy our service, where we offer them custom scenarios along with analyses. It's a great opportunity for BWI. Ask if Naba is not afraid of getting found out. Ask if Naba is afraid that 314 will make something go wrong. Inquire about the BWI presentation. Propose to move on. You know what? Are you afraid of getting found out, Mr. Naba? You're showing the simulation to Relium customers? You're not afraid of an actor in this circus suddenly yelling that they're alive, self-aware? The man smiled. You want to try? Go ahead. Let me tell you what will happen. The guests will nod their heads, awed by our brilliant AIs, and congratulate us. It'll be an event, an ad. My dear, naive Gamedec. They're here looking for a good investment. They want to see a viable product. Nothing else matters. I don't actually want to ask him about 314. So let's ask about the presentation. So what is this presentation going to be about? The simulation is the first world in gaming history that allows you to enter sensory worlds from Relium. Acceleration lets you check a lot of iterations. We'll discuss this in the casual setting of Paradise Beach. Haggis's villa will be perfect. I hope that Dimwood is lying down and looking after our guests. Most have already made it to the beach, and I must soon join them. All right, let's move on. Let's go, Mr. President. Yes. Oh, this is so pretty. I want to run around and look at it more. I mean, look at this aquarium that we're walking over. Oh, it's so gorgeous. To add some luster in the eyes of the simulation residents, that is, we've invited a few local celebrities. Do you recognize Ken Zhu? Wave to Ken, listen to Ken's conversation with Eleanor, say to keep moving. Listen. I listened intently while keeping my eyes on Ken and Eleanor's lips, what they were talking about. Mr. Zhu, how can you stand such excruciating pain? It's amazing. Exhilarating to see you so... Chief, can I call you that? Boy, you can call me whatever you want. Oh my. It comes down to breathing and understanding that pain is just information. Once you master it, you know it hurts, but it doesn't. Fascinating. And can you convince yourself that pleasure is just information? Ken, run! She's a man-eater! The man laughed. Chief, that's a dangerous question. I'd prefer I hadn't heard it because now I might get into trouble. There will be no trouble, I promise. Sure, let's wave to Ken. I waved to Ken. He paused his conversation, smiled, and shot me with his fingers. Then he resumed his discussion with Eleanor. Sad, isn't it? He doesn't know you in this iteration. He achieved success in good or bads, became a celebrity. Ask why Ken doesn't recognize you, or say to keep moving. We've already had that question answered, so let's keep going. Let's keep moving, Mr. President. You'll be going alone from here. Here's a key card. It'll open the D-Vault entrance for you. It's the door over there. I must attend to the guests. I'll be entering Paradise Beach shortly. Do help us with 314. I'm counting on you. Ask why he doesn't trust you. Why don't you trust me, Mr. President? It's damn unreasonable. He smiled inscrutably. The pieces on the chessboard have been set up. Anything that happens is meant to happen. Keep in mind that we always have the ultimate option of pulling the plug. Good luck. I honestly... Join me in the elevator. This way, please. Truthfully, I don't understand why Naba is facilitating this. Alright, go down. I was going to let the chips fall where they may. Rendon, digital brain, a device shaped like a real brain and emulating all its functions with the ability to create new synaptic connections. Rendons have both a neural network and the networks of all classes of the glial cells found in organic brains. A rendon can be based on a psychoscan of a living person, which makes it able to store a psyche identical to the one residing in the original brain, or a psyche transferred from an organic brain, or it can be developed artificially from the ground up, see Pygmalion technology, to hold a new, previously non-existent psyche. This is how diginets are created. Multisensory Encyclopedia, 33rd edition. The elevator took me several levels down and stopped on an unmarked floor. There was a computer in the room. Oh yeah. Definitely in the end game here. This well is enormous. Here we are. I didn't believe we would make it. God damn it, something's happening to me. Where are we? Jester said we're in the D-Vault. This must be it. The drawers around us contain rendons with living psyches, the prisoners of the simulation. That's a lot, isn't it? Hear 314 out. Ask what she wants. What do you want? Are we going to find the super couch here? The Deotron? Is that what you need? What do you really want? I'm tired. I just want to end this, one way or another. Even if I have to destroy this whole shit show, I just want it to end. The simulation is a fucking nightmare. Somebody has to close up shop. Ask what's bothering her about the simulation, deny or nod in agreement. What bothers you? You want to destroy a project worth billions of credits? Am I understanding you correctly? You don't understand shit. She gave me a bitter smile. But it's hard not to be oblivious when you're surrounded by nothing but lies. We live inside a prison, and we have to break out of it. Do you see these thousands of rendons? These are people, damn it. Killed, tortures, and respawned in more and more fucked up scenarios. And for what? Just to check something? So that some corporate fool could see how a terrorist attack would affect the company's stock? Say you agree. Say that she's a psychopath. You know what? The person who created this is a psychopath. I don't know that the person wanting to escape this is. So, I'll agree. Self-aware psyches trapped in a horrible place, locked in the simulation, killed and reborn. You're right. We have to do something. You bet I'm right. After all, we are the same person. Say that it's impossible. Show surprise. Say you suspected this. Oh, I've been suspecting this for some time. There's no other way that I would have known her password. Plus, going by what I saw, there is only one game deck in this particular simulation. Or only one person that starts as a game deck. So, yeah, I suspected this. That makes sense. That's why I've been drawn to you and you to me. I was following my own tracks? Yes. My tragedy is that the simulation doesn't have double brains. Once my iteration ended, I dispersed across multiple Rendons. My Rendon became host to iteration 315, and then 316, you. I am iteration 314, the first one to discover I was in a simulation, and the one that had to disperse to survive. But I've learned a lot from this. Staying in multiple heads has given me substantial knowledge. The other benefit was that, apart from the living people whose Rendons I inhabited, I was invisible. No goddamn jester could see me. Say that she deceived you. Say that she entered your Rendon because it's her brain as well. Yep, that second one. Not going to read the whole thing again, but definitely that second one. That's why you entered my brain. It's your Rendon too. It fits you like a glove. The problem is, it's also my central nervous system. It was mine first. It's my home too. Understand? She kept quiet for a moment. Just trust me, all right? Would I lie to myself? Oh, people lie to themselves all the time, lady. I'm in your head, remember? Express doubt. Point out he's not complete. Let's point out the incompleteness of you. Not entirely unpacked. Damn it, something is happening to me.
I am in control.
I'm finally here. That terrorist is one stubborn beast, I'll give her that. Foxwine, you mindless robot. I'll tell you what to do. Open your deck. I'll teach you how to turn it off. I can see her with your eyes. I can hear her. Don't listen to her. She's a psychopath. Don't let her take control of you. Don't listen to that prick. You know, you've both been kind of abusive to me, but when it comes down to it, I want out more than I want to stay in, so let's side with 314. 14. Show me how to block Jester. I opened my deck, and my twin shouted instructions from inside my head. I immediately did what she asked. It's still not too late. Remember that... Thanks. Now quickly, let's get to the Deotron before that bastard comes back. Am I in control of this, or is it going to be another cutscene? Hey, I'm in control. I can save. Oh Lord, I am saving. That was so much. I don't want to lose that if I get disconnected again. Alright, here goes. I laid down and put on the helmet. The machine turned on and I felt a strange rush of energy. It definitely wasn't a regular couch. The Deotron is an old, forgotten tool. They replaced it with the Axis Mundi editor. Still, it has all the necessary functions. Lie down. One of the screens lit up. It was reacting to my thoughts and eye movements. I don't really like that there's a skull and crossbone on every single one of these screens that popped up in front of me. That's very concerning. I have concerns. I felt someone thinking inside me without my permission. The data on the screen started to change. WCG316 appeared next to a red area. I felt very strange, as if I had become part of a shared ego. I started feeling sick. What did you do? I unpacked. I'm finally home. Well, at least most of me is. Okay, no time for chit-chat. My thoughts weren't mine anymore. I saw 314 perform some operations on the screens, but I didn't understand what I was looking at. We have access to all functions. Now we just need to find those bastards. There! The BWI presentation is really about Paradise Beach. Okay, I have already read this blurb. And man, I've already been at this for nearly 2 hours? How? Straight in. Achievement unlocked. Enjoy the beach. Alright, I guess I'm saving again. And I'm going to go in here and just do that so that it will stop flashing that. Something at the end of the path caught my attention. I paused. Take a closer look or ignore? Take a closer look. There was nothing interesting, just a regular walkway. Developer stack. Something translucent glimmered in the air. It reminded me of something. Great, let's get this party started. It must be a developer stack. Where's the access point? Everything's flickering. Ask why she needs a stack. Look for the access point. Why do you need a stack? Why do you need it? We both need it. We must cut off this location from outside access and get permissions. Then we can use the loop. The TNP one, remember? Oh, I found the access point. Can you see the flashing light? She extended my hand and opened the stack windows. Shit, the protocols are encrypted differently than I expected. We must get the access codes from someone. Okay. Well, none of these people are people I can talk to. Plant? Nice plant. Tiny hairs on every leaf. Perfect. You could tell it was a special location. I felt bad, like a mismatched piece of a puzzle. I wasn't supposed to be here. Think about what you really want. Think about what to do next. Detach yourself from this. Push away the nagging thoughts. Focus. Take a deep breath. What do I really want? I don't know. It didn't respond. Alright, focus? Okay, we now have 2 returned Nabas. Take a deep breath. We now have 3 returned Navas. Think about what to do next. You know what? Fine, okay. Naba? I needed to talk to Naba. We call it Pro Match OS, a probabilistic machine. Catchy name. Pro Mac OS simulates dozens of scenarios, and then it presents the results. There's no better product on the market right now. Really? I need something really good. Beach chair. Forget the beach chair. Naba? The CEO of Blue Whales Interactive was talking to the guests, smiling and flashing his navy blue glasses. He was beaming with an aura of confidence and power. I registered in his peripheral vision, and he tipped his glasses to me. "Oh, here's our game deck. You got here quick. See, it's all going according to plan. I hope everything will be all right. Don't mess this up. Don't let him know I've unpacked. Say everything's fine. Say that 314 has unpacked. Sure, everything's fine. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm ready and vigilant." Ask about 314? Have you seen or heard anything unusual, suspicious? 314 may be using invisibility, but even then, it may be leaving after images or causing light refractions. I know. I've neither seen nor heard anything, and I keep my eyes and ears open. Relax. Admins are watching. Give them a minute. Now, excuse me. I'm busy. Codes? I need access codes for this location. Otherwise, controlling 314 might be difficult. He looked up as if consulting the admins. Really? So it's more serious than I thought. Very well, if you really need them. There. A dialogue window appeared in front of him. I just had to tap on the download icon. Warn him, resist, download the codes, summon jester, protest. Download the codes. I downloaded the codes. Thank you. I'll get back to... I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Beach chair? Interestingly, they are ray stick beach chairs rather than the popular anti-gravity ones in Paradise Beast. Again, I had the feeling of being in the wrong place. Push away the nagging thoughts, return to the developer stack, 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 detach yourself from this. Okay, fine, return to the developer stack. I needed to go to the developer stack. I'm getting the feeling that I'm not in charge of my game anymore. Yeah, I'm really not in control of this anymore. Okay, fine. I made my way to the developer stack. Alright, now give me a moment. She extended my hand and opened the stack windows. She entered the acquired codes and confirmed the operation. I felt a strange energy rush. Okay, that should do. We'll trap them in loops. Then those BWI bastards will have to negotiate with us. Let's go. Okay. Of course, there are no live psyches here, right? Of course. No, of course not. Normally a simulation is something or other. An organic brain wouldn't be able to handle it. What about Rendons? Please, don't joke. If we were using live psyches, I'd be something. Haha, Dr. Naba in prison. Now that would be something. Apart from you and the staff, there are only our AIs here. I assure you. Oh, he is lying. My goodness. He lies and he lies. I'm a little busy. Alright, lock him in a loop. I discreetly opened a deck window only I could see. What the? Okay, I just saw it all flashing there. Don't fight me, something? The president directed his guest's attention to the pool. Look now, in a moment you'll see a shark there. Indeed we do. Oh, it looks just like the real thing. While pretending to fix my hair, I targeted Naba. He was in my sights. I looked at the icon of the loop, an exploit from TNP. Oh. So lifelike, right? Now to give it the command and voila, we've got ourselves some real drama. My god, amazing. If everything in this damn simulation ran on one engine, it should work here too. I gave the mental command to start the program. Ha, looks brilliant, doesn't it? Now, wait for it. I've waited an eternity for this. Mr. CEO in a loop. Shit yourself, fucker. Focus. You're going straight to Nanette. No dawdling, got it? Nanette? Agree? Okay, off to Nanette. Why are we putting Nanette in a loop? Also, is she in here? Are you seeing this? Now that's one heck of a product. Have we been talking to an NPC? Is he kidding? No, it was him. Something is going on here. Damn it, I don't like this. Doctor, Mr. President, hello? Well, they're really freaked out. Now, where is... Oh, I think that's her there. There's nothing more enriching than running a foundation. Do you hear yourself? I meant spiritually. Spiritually enriching, of course. Hee hee. Please don't joke. We've had magnificent results. In both the clinics and the Nanette's Gardens program. Okay. I struggled to believe that Nanette was really on a couch in Relium, probably at BWI's HQ, and only her swanky avatar was here. She was entertaining guests with a tale of her foundation, her successful foundation. As I approached, she spared me a glance. Of course, she didn't recognize me. I wonder if she was aware of having a clone here. Lock her in a loop, ask her for help, say you're being controlled by 314, try to summon Jester, ask what he's doing here, leave. I'm not sure what the end goal here is, but lock her in a loop. I opened a window only I could see. She noticed my movement. What are you doing? Do it without speaking. Be blunt. You know what? Not gonna say anything. Just gonna do it. Doing it now. Feeling worse about things. I selected the loop program and took her in its sights. Have we met? I clicked on the icon to start the program. All right, never mind. She looked at the chatting people. Getting back to what I was saying a moment ago. Now she'll keep repeating this sentence again and again. Huh? But... You're repeating yourself. Ms. Doucette? Something's wrong with her. It's not her, it's this virtualium. Maybe she's an NPC? Stop it. All right, now it's Haggis's turn. He's here too. Further down, behind the house. Go. And no sightseeing. Damn it, can you stop controlling my body? It's my body too. And no, I can't. Yeah, I'm not in control at this point. These are important guests, understand? You can't flirt or make small talk, okay? A woman just like you seduced my son, strung him along with sweet talk, and then accused him of assault. Be professional, understand? Yes.
Don't worry, I will do my job.
What fucking times and fucking problems. Credibility, fucking credibility. Where do you find it? He shot me an evil look. Oh, it's you. Stay frosty, am I right? Now him I don't mind locking in a loop. He's scuzzy. Are you really Haggis from Relium? Well, you know, I have the options. Lock him in a loop, ask for his help, say you're being controlled, ask if he's really Haggis, ask if he knows Naba thinks he's an idiot, or leave. You really Haggis? My lips remained shut. I couldn't say anything. Instead, my hands opened a window that only I could see and proceeded to give commands. What's happened to your face? What the fuck are you doing? I can see you're messing with some kind of window. My finger tapped on the sights. A digital aura enveloped him. Buddy, whatever you're doing, stop. Screw it. His movements told me he had opened a window of his own and was giving commands. My finger hovered over the icon to start the loop. I got an achievement called Rinse and Repeat. He opened his eyes wide. He had figured out what was going on. You motherfucker! He packs a punch. My finger landed on the icon to start the loop all by itself. Well, gee, thanks. All you'll be punching now is air, sucker. There, we have ourselves a trinity. 3 arguments, 3 leverages, 3 hooks. Let's go. Are you sure you know what you're doing? It's my first time doing it. Oh god, do you see what's happened to him? But how? Is it not Director Haggis? Maybe an NPC glitched out? Illusion of choice. That's the whole ending of this game. She turned my head upward and started looking around. I know you're watching us, shitheads. You saw what I did to those 3 people in this mess. Show yourselves or I'll put those fuckers down. I looked at the empty sky. There was nothing up there. Ask her what she wants to do. Make the loops go faster. Ask who she's talking to. What do you want? What are you trying to do here? What's your plan? What do you want to do? The only thing I can do, start killing those we had locked in the loops. She turned my face to the sky again. Hear me? I'll make those loops go faster and your buddies' heads will burn like light bulbs. They don't have rendons. Organic brains can't take it. You know that, don't you? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? There's no one up there. Them, the admins, the Magnificent 3, or the Steadfast 6, I'm not sure, but as you can see, they're afraid to react. Okay, fine, I have no choice. I'll make the loops go faster. Okay, I warned you. What do you call the upper hand in negotiations? BATNA, right? I'll show you my fucking BATNA and I'll fry your CEO's brain. I saw my hands open an unfamiliar window. It looked like a time control panel in the simulation. This is very pretty, but also, murder is not what I signed up for. At the moment, temporal flows were set to a natural pace. That made sense. BWI invited guests from Relium, so the simulations couldn't be accelerated. But the slider could be set to 20 times normal speed. My finger touched the lock it in a loop icon and a new window opened. It also had a time slider, but that was only meant for Naba, Nanette, and Haggis. I saw myself set the time to a 10-fold acceleration. Well, they're toast. Not even representing themselves. Oh, wait, they're all representing themselves as Jester. See that? I just accelerated your buddies 10 times. How long do their brains go on? Are they sizzling already? Stop it. We understand your threat. We're open to negotiation. Fucking cowards, you're hiding behind a jester avatar? Only Naba and Haggis have enough guts to show their real faces. Tell me what you want. What are your demands? Thousands of thoughts were running through my mind. I want... Get rid of 314, become a god here, set free the people trapped in the simulation, inform the media about the simulation's existence, escape to Relium, end the simulation resets. You know what I really want? What I really, really want? Stop resetting us! I want you to set us free. I want to end this. I want things to go back to normal. That's pretty vague. Let's talk about it. Let's settle the conditions. He looked at another jester uneasily. The other looked back and glanced at yet another one. He then looked at the one who spoke first. Supervisor, hack their communication channel. Check processes in the location. Wait. Focus on the jester's non-verbal communication. Nope, hack their communication channel. They must have been talking on some communication channel I couldn't hear. Discreetly, I opened a window, only I could see. That's a really irritating noise that's coming from the looped up people, I have to say. It's just the most annoying buzzing. And looked for active voice chats. After searching, I thought I'd found it. I joined it. That entity is hooked up to the central resources, to the trunk. Fuck, I can't remove it. It would damage the simulation. It also hooked up to the accelerated ones. If I detonate it, the three in the loops will accelerate to the point of frying their brains. Fuck me, fuck me. Stop listening, keep listening, talk to them. Keep listening? Try talking to it. I need time. Rendon's hooked up to the kill switches, but this thing's stronger and throwing its weight around. There's still two personalities in one brain. I can see the split. We need to separate them. We just have to see who's who and suck out the intruder. Let me unlink those things. If they lose their connection, 314 will have no support in the digital avatar and become helpless. And we'll finally be able to have a good look at it. Okay, so I have the option of stop listening or talk to them. Talk to them? I'm not interrupting, am I? Fuck, it entered our channel! Relax, Andrew. It's not 314. Not an intruder. It's an original. Oh, okay. Easy now. Listen, original. Here's the deal. Get your visitor and tell her to take complete control over you. Understand? Complete control. I can then isolate her and suck her out of your Rendon. You want that, right? 'Cause she's unpacked now. Agree, ask what's in it for you, or refuse. What's in it for me? Let's say it works out. What's in it for me? A better negotiating position when we win, idiot. And we'll win, that's obvious. You've made a mess, so you have to face the consequences. I suggest you get started. If Andrew gets through the safeguards first and find a way to bypass the kill switches, our deal is off. I am not driving this ship anymore, but I don't think that letting them suck her out is going to make anything any better. So I refuse. How about I take control of you, huh, you anonymous prick? Right, wasting time talking to entities. Screw you, program. Warn 314, wait, check processes in the location, convince 314 to take control of you, focus on the Jester's nonverbal communication, brain fixer, let 314 take control over you. Warn her. Listen, they want to separate us, isolate you from Irendon, and download you somewhere else. I don't know how they're going to do it, but... Bastards. Oh, and Nava can kiss his life goodbye, at their request. Okay, wait. They were probably discussing what they could offer us and what wasn't possible. It was taking time, huge responsibility. They were screwed. The world around me started to vibrate. Something very bad was happening. Delete 314 from your head. Kill the guests. Delete Jester. Remain passive. Can I delete Jester? You know what? Delete Jester. 300. Is it okay if I call you that? Can you delete this fool? Affirmative. Which one? This program. It is difficult to tell them apart now, but it doesn't matter. My hands opened a window, issued a command, adjusted some parameters, and... I saw the fool's flickering portrait with a caption underneath it. Deleting the Jester program from the instance. Process completed successfully. The fool's portrait faded. Fuck me. Someone deleted Jester. Just now. Something's wrong. Fucking shit, the worlds are overlapping, but why? Until now, there was only one psyche per Rendon. This was the first time there were two, and now they split. Fuck, Andrew, you screwed it up. No, fuck, that's not it. And maybe... I told you this Deotron was a bad idea. This junk caused all this. Everything's overlapping and going towards... Oh, fuck, happy hunting ground. Andrew, why the fuck are you even in this world? Alright, shut up. It's that fucking kill switch. I couldn't separate 314 from the stem. I'm reverting. I'm rolling everything back to the previous iteration. No, Andrew... Okay. I've already read this one, and I really don't think I want to be here, but here is where I am. Welcome to the happy hunting grounds. So what, you crazed motherfucker? See any signs? Do you see any fucking signs? Ken, I'll give you a sign. A potato going to the face. Ken? Is that you, Ken? Okay. Save? I got nothing. I don't know how much more game there is here. I should have ended 20 minutes ago, but there was no place to save. I had... Ken! Foxwine, is that you? Can you explain what's going on? I died. I remembered that. Jester killed me in the Tree of Knowing. Oh boy, motorcyclists outside are really going at it again. Don't ask how, but I was dying on a low city walkway, blinked, and then saw a fucker from Knight's Code above me. Right here. I had to kill him or he would have fucking killed me. Do you know that's going on? Say that the worlds have collided. Tell him about the simulation. You know what? Straight up truth here, Ken. We are not real. Do you remember being inside the Tree of Knowing? That shit generates sensory worlds in Realium. We're inside a simulation. Now everything's overlapping, colliding, and I think that's partly my fault. He blinked and opened his mouth. Are you serious? God, Chief, you're absolutely amazing. If the sky's the limit, then go there. Oh, wow. I'm not sure he understands. Shut up, you. So what do we do, Chief? This place is a slaughterhouse. It's not safe. I don't know. I feel the only responsible thing to do is look for the Tree of Knowing. If there's a way out of here, it's there. Ask him to join you or leave him. Nope, nope, nope. I need a friend. Come with me, Ken. Please, for the love of God, come with me. Of course, we'll go together. That goes without saying, Chief. I'll follow you anywhere. Well, I've got Ken now. This place is horrible. Hi. What? Ken is... Yes. Let's focus on the positive and not the whale that just killed those two guys who were chasing Hornet. Also, welcome, Green. This is a nightmare. Hi. Foxwine, what's going on? One moment I'm in TNP with my husband, then there was a bang and we appeared here, and it's a bloodbath. Logging out isn't an option. The code tells me we must hurry because it's all going to shit. I'm going to breach a barrier north of here. But I need your help because I can't exactly clone myself. Ask about her problem since it's the only option? How can I help? Find Bob. He's looking for our son. Barnaby was playing Knight's Code, but everything seems to overlap in here, including that game. If you could find Barnaby, or better, both of them, that would be amazing. Alright, where did Bob go? Where did Bob go? You saw those fucked up samurai when they were chasing me, right? Confirm, comment on her action. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I saw that. Bob ran in the direction they came from, west of here, behind this reptile's face. My scans are showing bits of Knight's Code there, and behind this fucking barrier. But yeah, it needs to be breached first. Excuse me. Sudden dry spot in my throat. Okay. So, west. She goes north, I go west. I knew it, I knew it. You didn't believe, but I knew. Lizard people are destroying our reality. It was all a simulation. Hi, Bob.
Please.
Get a hold of yourself, son. Don't kill me. I can't. Stop whining and just do it. All this droning and moaning is making me want to slit my own throat. Where's this fucking fool? He's gone. He wanted a massacre, enough to blackmail me, and threatened to hurt Fredo? Here's his massacre. Don't get rid of me. Your turn will come, and I don't really understand. You don't fucking have to. Do what you love. Where are we even? Has someone bothered to ask this question? Is this hell? Yes. Yes, it is. All right, Eagle. You wanted an initiation? Here's your initiation. Kill him or you die. The woman looked up and noticed me. Hold off on whatever it is you're about to do and listen. We can recruit her. It's good to have a clan member on your side. Oh, my favorite game deck. Join me. You're in for a show. Tell her to release the prisoners. Tell her to join you. Shoot Umbra. Observe. Ask why she's killing those people. Oh, you know what? That last one. Why are you killing these people? What's this about? Why are you killing those people? Ragnarok, understand? Lord ordered it. Judgment day is upon us. The tree is in danger. Only the faithful shall remain. A pleasant chore. Bob, or whatever your name is, are you ready to die? No, wait! Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, Rhonda. It was a rhetorical question. This blood looks tasty. Tell her to join you, shoot Umbra, observe, tell her to release the prisoners. I'm sorry, Bob. I shoulda done this before. We're gonna shoot Umbra. That's enough. But I looked at the prisoners. Anyone know what's going on? I was going to a party, but they said I had other duties, so I was sitting in my office, angry, and suddenly... What was that? Did I pass out? Have I been logged into some fucking game? Bad news, Director Haggis. Your life was a lie. We're inside a simulation. All you have is a Rendon, nothing more. Haggis's eyes opened extremely wide, and he grabbed his head. Oh, fuck. I remember something. The tree in my safe. The panda as the key. Fucking hell. Fuck. I'm gonna kill you, Naba. I'll fucking kill you, you piece of shit. Let's fuck them up. Somehow, kill them all remained as cool as ice. I saw a group of those armored bastards not far from here. They hang around here. What if they hurt somebody? I could rally the guys and get rid of them. Let him act, keep him close. Let him act. Go and take care of them. Soon they'll be done for. Now what? Oh, Rhonda, I'm sorry I didn't save Bob. It's you! Okay, we're hacking, we're trying, we're hacking. Okay. The heck is this? Tell me. Say that Bob is dead, say that Bob logged out. I will tell her the truth because it's better than lying. I'm sorry, Rhonda. Bob is dead, at least here. That's horrible. Leave me alone. I have to think. Oh, what the heck just... Oh. Hi, Lord. If I have to shoot you, I will.
This is a sacred place.
Also, is that another version of Ken standing behind him? Hey, Lord, I need to get inside the tree. Let me through. It's a sacred place. You're not going in there. The Creator will join the fruit, the branch, and the trunk. The world is crumbling. Only the tree can restore it. It can't be disturbed. I shouldn't have been talking to the minds of these idiots. They screwed everything up. We don't have time. Can you shoot him? Well, negotiating with him is definitely not gonna work. Negotiate or kill Lord. Okay, here goes. Shoot him. Maybe I would have found the right words if I had more time, but time was exactly the thing I was lacking. Alright. I pulled the gun out of the holster and automatically zeroed in on the Lord's silhouette. Then pulled the trigger. The man let out a moan and fell. Demand passage. Your leader is dead. Let me through. No one else needs to die. The woman looked at Lord's corpse. Why hasn't his body disappeared? Do people really... Of course, yes, you can pass. Okay, so I've got Haggis and Ken. I lost Kill Them All and Rhonda. And Bob. No, Ken! Well, it's just me now. Oh, this is extremely pretty. Oh no. Too many jesters. You're here. Let's agree on some things. Do you know why you're still alive? Say 314 conditioned the simulation's existence on your survival. Say you're alive because they want information from you. Ask why they killed your companions. Say it's because there are still people locked inside loops. Say it's because you work for them. Say it's because you have 314 inside you. I am tempted between asking them why they killed the others and saying it's because I have 314. No, actually it's because they want information from me. That's why. I know something you don't. You want to get it out of me. Then you'll kill me, right? Just like those who went into the tree with me. You reached 314. We now know her structure. That was the main purpose of your existence. You're alive because your rendon is linked to the stem, the simulation's core. The link was likely made in the Deotron, that damn old couch. We didn't know it had that function. Perhaps Haggis put it there. He figured out we wanted to put his clone in the simulation, and this was his safety net? It's hard to say. Maybe he shared the existence of this tool with 314 before we took away his memory. Anyway, your link to the stem is the main reason you're alive. Your death would damage the simulation, possibly including its living actors. Ask how long the simulation has existed. Ask what the purpose of the simulation is. Ask why he's hiding behind a jester skin. Say the link to the stem can be severed. Ask how many living actors there are in the simulation. Or negotiate. What the heck is its purpose, man? What's the point of all this? What's the simulation for? That's a good question. The simulation is Pro-Mach OS, meaning Probability Machine Operating System, a system based on probabilities. Blue Whales Interactive is not a big company. Creating the Pygmalion technology was its greatest success, but also its biggest problem. We're the only ones capable of creating a living psyche, a diginet. This puts the company in the competition's crosshairs. Freknar Heavy Industries, 11 Bits, Interscope Corporation, all waiting to scoop us up. They mean to take us over, steal our tech, discredit us. It's war. BWI stands no chance in an agent war against these behemoths. That's why our genius, Dr. Nava, came up with Pro-Mach OS. It allows us to anticipate thousands of scenarios that could jeopardize our company's existence. Ask if they imprisoned thousands of people for the good of the company. Ask if the company's security was the only goal. You know what? I'm going with the second one. And that was all? BWI's security? Preventing a hostile takeover? Why no. Pro-Mach OS proved invaluable in other areas as well. It accelerated our work on artificial intelligence. It expanded our knowledge of human psychology and social behaviors, and, finally, it became a commodity, sold to a select clientele. Ask what they want to achieve by selling the simulation. Well, that's easy, lots and lots of money. Say that selling the simulation is suicide for BWI. Now, what do you think you're achieving? Why sell pieces of the simulation? Why share it? For profit, of course, to observe how our clients interact with the simulation, to probe their weaknesses. Those who buy simulation access will do so for a specific goal, to solve their problems. Knowing what those are is our weapon. Ask how long the simulation has existed. Ask what the purpose of your scenario were. Ask what the simulation's creators think about it. Ask why he's hiding behind a jester skin. Say the link to the stem can be severed. Or more. Oh sure, what were the purpose of my scenarios? All you've been saying about the simulation points to a big project meant to protect BWI. What then was the purpose of my scenarios? The first was part of the overall objectives of ProMach OS. It was to check if Haggis was the company's weak link, given his family issues. Would he break under blackmail? Would he reveal trade secrets? The second one, the one in Harvest Time, was developed for our client, Ms. Nanette Doucette. Its goal was to play out scenarios where Nanette's foundation ceases to generate immense profits. We embellished the story a bit to put fear in the client and get her to buy our product. We took this opportunity to see how well Rendons tolerate acceleration. The simulation is inherently accelerated, you know. Kids' children were accelerated even more. It turns out that Rendons made by Interscope Corporation are surprisingly resilient. The next part of your chase after you took yourself to Lower Warsaw City, where we put Crystal Dust Mercenaries, a potential customer's company. That's also where we tested a scenario that explored dependence on virtual sects among city inhabitants. Knight's Code is our product. A clan run by Gallo Mar, also known as Lord, operates in Relium. We wanted to see if his religion could hurt the game. That's all you saw. Naturally, the simulation has plenty more series that showcase more momentous events and end games with higher stakes. Your path was interesting for its inclusion of Haggis, whom your previous iteration had contacted or discovered the simulation on its own. We decided to check if it could happen again. Can a ProMach OS actor discover the truth about their world? And how come 314 disappeared? It turned out that she didn't disappear, just dispersed. Brilliant. I doubt it was her idea. We'll look into it. What are you going to do with 314? It was always about 314, wasn't it? What are you going to do with her? A big part of her is in your head, but a lot of elements are in the cloud. We'll be examining and analyzing those. A fascinating entity, a psyche with no brain, no Rendon, residing somewhere. Discovering how it's possible may be the biggest scientific breakthrough since matrix theory. Don't worry about her existence. We'll make sure it's a long and happy one. How long has the simulation existed? What the simulator's creators think about it? Ask why he's hiding behind a jester skin. Say the link can be severed. Ask how many living actors. Negotiate. What do the simulation's creators think? How many people watch over the ProMach OS? How do they feel about it? What do they think of it? You're probably wondering how many people know about ProMach OS. Not many. What do they think? It differs, but they won't share the secret. See, every person has something they love, lost, or are afraid of. The board knows the answers to the last question for everyone in the know. It knows how to keep things under control. Trust me. How many living actors are there in here? How many people have you imprisoned here? Living ones, Rendon owners. You don't expect me to answer that, do you? I saw your D-Vault. It had thousands of Rendons, maybe more. You saw the D-Vault's representation in the simulation. Hardly useful knowledge. Agree with him or deny? You know, he has a point. Agree? The real D-Vault being bigger makes things that much worse for you. Good point. Why you hide behind a jester skin? Why are you hiding your face behind that jester character? Are you a coward? Firstly, I don't want you to know what I look like. Secondly, it's how we always do things. The simulation's accelerated basically all the time. The jester avatar accumulates our slow speech and neatly processes it. Naturally, right now, we're not accelerating anything. But it's our ironclad rule. Simulation actors don't see admins. The one exception is Dr. Naba, but he's a genius. And our CEO. Then there's Haggis, the clone that is. But he's here as a punishment. The real Haggis doesn't care anyway, so that's his business. How long has it existed? For how long have you been conducting this experiment? This question didn't need to be asked. Can't you release people from the simulation? This may be a dumb question, but can't you just end it all? Release people from the simulation? That's a dumb question. Thousands of Rendans, many with clones of influential people, and they're suddenly told their world is fake. We release them into mobriums, paid for by someone. They'd all need apartments, as Relium doesn't support ethereal existence. And they keep quiet about where they've been, and that they've been reset, that BWI imprisoned them in Pro-Mac OS. They keep quiet because we ask them nicely. They all find jobs, and no employer finds it odd that they don't have INs, that they appeared out of nowhere. Do you see how ridiculous all of this sounds? Pass judgment. Time to pass some judgment. I'm not negotiating with these guys. This Pro-Mac OS of yours is... Say it's a prison. Say it's a fake life simulator. Say it's a reasonable place. Withdraw from passing judgment. Say it's a coast for a prosecutor. Say it's a machine for genocide. It's one of the first two. It's either a prison or it's a fake life simulator. And I'm inclined to say that it's a prison. It's a prison. A prison. People aren't aware they don't have bodies, only Rendans, that they've been placed on shelves like merchandise. It's horrifying. I live in Relium, but what guarantee do I have that I'm not a Rendan in an even bigger simulation? Don't play philosophy games with me. I'm mad at you. Me, humanity, our whole universe. Maybe we're all part of some advanced civilization simulation. Maybe they're part of somebody else's. These mind games aren't going to work. I've seen this stupidity, and from people who think they're more intelligent than you. I might be a brain in a jar like you, and I'll never be able to know. Well, maybe after I die. So what's the difference? Okay, fine, let's negotiate. So, where are we at here? What's your goal? You must have a plan. More like we have a plan. We expected you to have around 6 ideas about where to take your existence. Each of us will discuss one of them with you and consider its feasibility. Understand? You can only discuss one option with each of us. I don't enjoy this at all, but I'm going to save. Okay, let's just start at the bottom and work our way around clockwise, I guess. Or actually, no, you know what? I'm going to work my way around counterclockwise because I feel winter shins today. Hello, this is Gate 6. Very modest but attractive in a way and therapeutical. Our analyses show you might want us to just go back to beginning in the simulation. No memories, to relive a part of your life. And then again and again. You could just be Pro Mac OS's living actress. To walk this path, you don't have to meet any requirements. You didn't have to achieve anything, make any effort. It's a path of a common man. No pretense nor striving for heroism. Just an ordinary life in an extraordinary world. Are you interested? Alright, let's ask. Okay, there's leave, choose rebirth in the simulation without memories, or ask how it would be. Let's ask. How would it be? I fall asleep and wake up with no memories in my apartment. With memories, but different ones. You'd be a bit different woman because you would have a different emotional baggage, but yourself would still be the same. I can guarantee you will have a colorful life and you'll reincarnate many times. You can look at it in two ways. Either that you will die many times, or quite the opposite, death doesn't exist. Why doesn't exist? Isn't that what reincarnation-based religions are all about? That the soul lingers in the other world and moves from one body to another? If so, then we never die, and we can't remember previous incarnations, so that soul can learn and mature. You see, we shouldn't remember previous incarnations nor the world beyond reality, because then we would never learn anything. Being omniscient precludes science, so the ordinary simulation inhabitant option seems rather attractive. No one in the history of mankind has a chance to make that sort of experiment. Maybe we'll get to see some real maturing of souls? Okay, so I'm going to write this down. 6 is sim loop without memories. Alright, leave. Let me think about it. Of course. Alright, you are probably 5. Yep, 5. You are 5. What are you offering? This exit symbolizes a very strange, although interesting solution, namely dispersing in the cloud. Ooh boy. I'll just write that down. Dispersing in cloud. Just like 314 dispersed to multiple other Rendons, becoming possibly the most fascinating phenomenon in our reality. You'd have the opportunity to follow in her footsteps, disperse your psyche, become a ghost whose existence is solely psychological. Before you decide if you're interested, let me check one thing. I'm afraid it is out of the question. You didn't give us 314. She is still in your head and is nesting there more and more. If we disperse such psyche, we might create multiple personality, so-called split personality. Alright, I'm just going to make a note of here of gate closed. 314 already had such explanations. Every human being has potentially multiple personalities that as if flicker in them but don't split. That was bad English. That was really bad English, but I'm not going to try and correct it right now. Having a freshly nested personality in you that carries a different set of experience and memories, you'd be very vulnerable to a breakup. I'm sorry, that is not an option. Alright. That gate is not available. Gate 4. Fine, I'm the keeper of the 4th gate. Funny name, huh? I represent the option to escape. You could be free, outside the simulation. Alright, I'll make a note of calling this Escape Outside. In actual Relium, but before you start jumping for joy, let me check if this is even possible. Certain conditions have to be met. I'm sorry, we don't have any dirt on you, and that makes it impossible for us to set you free. If you had killed someone in the simulation... Kid, the bodyguards, or God forbid the CEO, Director Haggis, or Miss Doucette, you could be set free because we'd have a guarantee that if you talked, we'd destroy your credibility by sharing the recordings of these acts. But now you're clean as a whistle. People like that can't be controlled. Whoop! All right. Gate closed. Apparently I made all the choices that mean that I'm going to have to start repeating myself, but, what's this one? Call me number 3. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. 3. We think you might be interested in a radical solution, namely turning off the simulation. Okay. That's an interesting thought. I suspect that that actually means that you would delete me and I'd never know the simulation was still going. You know, close shop, put this whole labor camp out of commission. Before you say you're interested, let me see if you have enough negotiating power. He opened a window and proceeded to analyze its contents. Our analyses show that we'd be willing to discuss this topic with you only if you decided to murder our CEO. Without him, the operation would become problematic, as he's legally responsible for the undertaking, but with him alive, we're covered. This will sound strange, but seeing as you didn't kill him, the option of turning off the simulation is out. Dr. Naba will never allow it. Apparently, my choices have made it so that the only thing left to me is... Well, so far, the only one left to me is not... I don't like this. I seem to have only left myself a bad end so far. Okay, Gate 2. According to our estimates, you'd certainly be interested in putting a stop to simulation resets. Yes, that's actually what I want. Stop simulation reset. It's only logical. A human being who discovered they've been living in an artificial world. One where everyone starts fresh from time to time, unable to remember their previous selves, would want to put a stop to it. He raised a hand. Hold off on deciding if you're interested. First, I'll make sure we like this solution. Let me check your achievements. He kept quiet for a moment, studying the windows he had opened. Everything indicates it could be done. You didn't kill anyone, so it's reasonable to assume you won't turn the simulation into a new happy hunting grounds. Leave, decide to stop the resets, ask how it would look. Well, I'm going to ask how it would look, just because I'm curious. Stopping resets sounds reasonable. People would be able to carry out their plans, finish what they started, and live real lives. However, you have to be aware that if somebody dies because of, let's say, an accident, an unfortunate coincidence, or murder, they won't be resurrected. Resets made reincarnation possible. Yes, people ended their previous lives, but they started new ones. Stopping resets will force the simulation onto Relium's natural path. We'll also be unable to interfere with many things, like wealth. If someone can't afford a BLB, they'll die of old age. If someone becomes gravely ill and can't afford treatment, they'll die as well. And they'll never be reborn again. As you can see, there's a price to stopping resets. Yes. Ask if the simulation won't become pointless. Leave, decide to stop the resets. Ask if the simulation servers can manage without the resets. Can the simulation servers handle it? Can the Pro Mac OS servers manage without the resets? Variables will pile up at a breakneck speed. BWI has substantial computational resources. We've been servicing a few persistent MMO games for many years. If someone left a bottle in the sand 5 years ago in Paradise Beach, it's either still there or is picked up by a drone and processed. In our games, nothing magically disappears. Without the resets, won't it become pointless? As I see it, the simulation's purpose was to iterate on scenarios and check possible endings and solutions, to look for threats. If the resets cease, you will no longer be able to compare how events played out in relation to any altered original conditions. Won't the simulation become pointless? What you're describing was one of the goals of Pro Mac OS. We'll still be able to run psychological and sociological tests to improve AI. The main mechanic will change, but the game will still be there. Okay. Well, that's Gate 2. A very interesting idea. But I want to find out what Gate 1 is, so give me a little time. I have to consider this. I see. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. And Gate 1. Let's say I'm number 1. And here's the number 1 option. You replace Jester. Oh my, okay. Okay, replace Jester with Self. In a sense, you'll become the goddess of Pro Mac OS. Before I ask if you're even interested, I'll check if you'll be the right fit for this role. He opened a few windows and proceeded to study them. Your achievements in this iteration were reasonable. You would be right for this role. Okay, leave, accept the role of goddess of the simulation. Ask what this function would entail. Yes, what would the function entail? What does replacing Jester mean? He's an AI. He thinks 1,000,000 times faster than me. The simulation's complexity is certainly beyond... An AI is necessary to supervise the processes of Pro Mac OS. However, we conclude that Jester made some errors. It's only a bot, after all. In Relium, we can keep track of only a fraction of events across different parts of the simulation. Everything happens too fast in there. We receive Jester's reports. We've analyzed his decisions from the most recent iterations of your Pro Mac OS segment and concluded that he needs a human overseer. None of us agreed to be imprisoned in the simulation, and Haggis failed us some time ago. You were there. You get everything you want. Riches, love, fame, superpowers, anything you can dream of, and immortality, as in invulnerability to resets. To keep you from getting bored of the reoccurring Groundhog Days of sorts, you'd be allowed to change scenarios and locations. You'd be tasked with making sure scenario modifications and actions of future Jesters have a human touch rather than a mechanical one. You'd influence the world around you, like a goddess. We'd look after your Rendon. You'd have many adventures. That's the elevator pitch. Okay, so those are... I have to think about it some more. I understand. I'll be waiting here. Them's my options. I'm going to save, and I'm going to be very self-indulgent, and I'm going to create a special save slot just for this ridiculousness. Now, due to my actions in-game, I closed 3 of the possible paths. I can't disperse into the cloud the way that 314 did before me. I can't escape outside because I deleted all of the dirt they had on me. And I can't turn off the simulation because I didn't kill Naba. I didn't see an opportunity to kill Naba, but, you know, So, what I have is going back to the sim loop without any of my memories and just repeating it forever, and everything goes back to the way it was. I can stop the resets and just let it run, or I can basically become Jester. And that's a very difficult decision. I'm not really attracted to the returning to the loop without memories part. That sounds like a bad ending to me. That doesn't excite me. But then we come down to, do I become the goddess of this world? Or do I make it as close to Relium as it is possible for it to get and stop the resets? That is the question. And I'm not sure which one to go for. I mean, as a player and a gamer, becoming a goddess sounds awesome. But I think my character might just want to stop the resets. But that comes down to, do I want to choose for myself or do I want to choose for my character? And I don't know. But that's basically my decision. If I choose to stop the simulation resets, I'm choosing what the character would want. And if I choose to replace Jester, then that's what I, the player, want. So, which one do I choose? Also, this place is gorgeous. My favorite season is fall. I am adoring looking at this while I muse. But it's not helping me decide. This is part of the reason why I saved here, because I'm that kind of person. I could go back and explore all three of these possibilities. But I'm only going to do one of them for stream, so the question is, which one? What the character would want or what I want? That is the question. That is the eternal question. It's definitely one of these two. But which one? Oh, I hate deciding. I hate making these decisions. I've already run an hour late trying to finish this game. I need to stop maundering and decide. Okay. Okay, I you know what? I choose what 314 wouldn't want. I choose what 314 wouldn't want. I choose Jester. So, do you want to take the fool's place? Yes. I will keep watch over your world, provided that you keep your promises. The success of ProMac OS will depend on our cooperation. We can't afford to mess with you. You'll be the Queen, Empress, Tsarina. You won't see Relium. You'll be living in an artificial world. How do you feel about that? Say you've been better. Say you feel fine. It's the end of the world as I know it. And I feel fine. There are people living in the simulation. I feel responsible for them. I know they can't be freed. If so, someone has to watch over them. And make this hell bearable. There's no merciful God in Relium. Everything happens as part of a game between corporations or by accident. People in the simulation can breathe a sigh of relief. They found someone willing to take care of them. I just got the achievement of take the blue pill. Oh, it's happening. It's really happening. I found the end of the game. You didn't pull Starlit out of digital limbo. Nope. I did not. You met a Diginet named Eleanor trapped in Haggis's computer. The clan members became your allies, not the trolls. You failed to watch the troll parade. There was a troll parade? You fell into Jester's trap by entering the theater through the front door. Fredo got out of trouble without any detriment. You didn't spend money on decorations for your farm. The creator of Harvest Time didn't help you complete the investigation. What? You defeated Ken in a duel of game decks. You discovered the real identities of all 3 suspects in the case. You became neither the sheriff of High Rock nor the deputy. You and Ken hunted down Kid in his hideout. You and Ken became friends. Yay! You learned several hypotheses about Ken Zoo's death and found out how he died. You didn't perform a psychoscan of yourself. Instead, you received it from a mysterious insurance agent. You looked for clues inside Yet's bar without joining the Sleeves or the Trolls. You found the person who shot at Ken. Most of the hostages died. You found out who was really behind Ken's murder. You work independently in the clan, not allowing the masters to order you around. You only searched a part of the Han clan's stronghold. Whoops! You made contact with a being inside the Tree of Knowing using a meditation bowl. You managed to avoid the sadistic prison of Mistress Umbra. You entered the mystical Tree of Knowing accompanied by the Master of Laughter. You found the memories of the cycle number 314 game deck. You decided not to complete all tasks assigned by Jester. You didn't acquire the source code from the Axis Mundi guard. You refused Jester's offer and escaped from Axis Mundi. You decided to work with 314, not Jester. You mounted an assault with less than 6 people. You chose one of the paths offered by Jester. That was definitely a recap. There was a troll parade? I missed a parade? And we have the credits for the game. I have completed another RPG. I am victorious. This stream has gone on for a really long time. Thank you, Green. I'm glad that someone was here with me for this. But yeah, this was a very good game. Not quite as deep as Disco Elysium, but definitely felt more, shall we say, consequential than Solasta. And it's definitely been good. Oh, and here we have the Kickstarter backers, of which I am not a member. I got this game after the Kickstarter. There's only been one game that I have backed on Kickstarter, and I have not streamed that one, and also my name is not anywhere in that game that I know of. If it is, it's probably my legal name, so I'll never tell y'all. If I find it. Sorry about that. There are some things I like to keep close to my chest. There were a lot of Kickstarter backers for this. My goodness. I'm quite impressed. Honestly, I didn't even know that there was a Kickstarter for this game. I don't tend to look at Kickstarters for games because there've really been far too many that have, well, the people who've backed them have been burned. Far too many game Kickstarters have taken the money and started the programming and and then run out of money and the game has not been finished and nobody gets their prize. And that's many, many iterations of games. So I find it difficult to back game Kickstarters. Currently, I find I don't back anything on Kickstarter because they were making all that blockchain noise, and I will not support anything that has anything to do with blockchain. I want nothing to do with that. But this was Kickstartered before all that nonsense, but I did not get in on that. There are a lot of backers, and it's really hard to talk through all of them, but it's part of the credits, so... I mean, congratulations to these Kickstarter backers. They actually got the game that they backed. And given what I was saying earlier about how there's so many games that people back, and not just computer games, but board games or card games or that sort of thing, that just fail to materialize. These people, they got a game, they got a really good game. They got a good game with good writing, maybe a little bit of grammar issues here and there, but good writing. Excellent graphics. It was a beautiful game. It was a very beautiful game. Even when I was stuck in the nightmare hellscape that was Happy Hunting Grounds, it was still pretty. And of course, during my whole debate, I get the beautiful fall tree, and I do so adore autumn. And that aquarium under the floor in the BWI offices at the end, I would have loved to actually be able to run around on that floor for longer than the cutscenes that I was in allowed me to. That aquarium down there with the whales swimming through it and all that, it was gorgeous. I would have loved to have gotten better looks at that from other angles. I know that probably would have been a real burden on the graphics department, but man, I would have loved to have done that. And frankly, Knight's Code was just beautiful. Yes, it was kind of an Avatar-looking place. You could definitely see the influence there, but it was gorgeous. Oh, it was so pretty. And yeah, I'll say, going back, that the dirtiness of Twisted and Perverted, the way that the street was gungy, that was really good art design too. Not as pretty as the other game within games that I encountered there, admittedly, but that was some really well done grunge. That was some well done dirtiness and so I can appreciate that, even if it wasn't actually, pretty. And we're starting to get towards the end of the alphabet, so I'm not going to have as many things that I need to come up with to say. But I enjoyed this. This was a very different detective game from Disco Elysium, and I very much appreciate that. The deduction system, to my memory, I've not played a game with the deduction system before. So that was a very interesting mechanic that I really enjoyed. And the credits have finished. I have finished another RPG. I'm done. This is it. And so, this is where I call it a night. And next Sunday, it's going to be a different RPG. I already know which one, but I haven't actually changed the schedule, so I'm not going to tell anybody. I'll fix things up and take care of that, and you'll find out soon. Just not quite yet. Anyway, if anyone wants to see my journey through here and all the stuff that just got recapped at the end of this, you can find it all on my YouTube channel. There is a playlist there for Gamedec that it will be updated on Friday with this final session of Gamedec to complete it out, so everything will be right there and available to be watched through in one fell swoop if you've got a lot of time. And you don't have to go digging through everything. And I will be back again tomorrow night. Starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing an MMO called Lost Ark, where I will be playing a bard and crashing around and trying to kill as many monsters and kick as many bosses' butts as I can find. over the course of the stream, and basically just have a lot of fun, mostly aimless. I will be trying to follow the main plot for the most part, but yeah, I'm just going to be crashing around killing things for the most part and trying to have as much fun as possible. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a room. I will be playing Among Us with a pack of my mostly local to me, mostly writer, all completely out of their minds friends, where we will run around and lie about where we were running around and stab each other in the back and have a grand old time. And then on Thursday night, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Surviving the Aftermath for Try Not to Die Thursday. I will be continuing to try to keep my colony alive and fed and healthy and maybe even happy if I can manage it. And going by the achievements, I should be trying to get my population up to 100. I don't really want to, but there's an achievement for it, so maybe I might as well, maybe? I don't know. But in any case, that will be Thursday. Then, next Sunday night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, will be a brand new RPG that I'll be playing. Not Gamedec, because I finished it. So, I will be starting a new RPG, a completely different one from this one, next Sunday night at 10 p.m., and I should be able to tell you what that is tomorrow night. Well, starting tomorrow night. So, this has been... Might be able to turn aside all... Well, maybe. It depends on my resources and when they show up. If they continue to show up in the middle of the winter, Green, I will not be taking them in. I refuse to take in people in the middle of winter when I don't have housing for them already built. So that is a thing that will not be happening during the winter, but I might possibly take in more people during the summer. We shall see. But Green is talking about Surviving the Aftermath there. So we'll see, Green. We'll see. You'll have to tune in on Thursday to find out. So tonight has been a lot of fun and very interesting. I wish that ending sequencing bit was a little less running from cutscene to cutscene, but I kind of understand why it was that way given the way the plot was going. But that is only my only quibble about what happened tonight. Is that I wish I'd been able to be a little more active in the actual concluding confrontation. I wish I'd been able to be a little bit more in that. But due to the choices that I made, I think I'd given up that opportunity. Well. So, I hope that all of you had at least as much fun as I did tonight. And I hope that you have a great night, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Good night.